What is going on? Beyond the Break collectors here. Today we have a much anticipated PSA reveal. We have 25 cards. Took advantage of the basketball special that PSA ran over in, I believe, during August. So took a bit of time to get here, about, I would say, 5 or 6 weeks or so. Seems like PSA is sort of slowed down in terms of their grading process. But all in all, not too bad. Like I said, much anticipated. This is probably our largest order we've submitted when it comes to the purchasing of the raw cards on top of the grading fees. So really just excited for this as we gear up for the basketball season. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. Starting off on the lower end here is a 2023 Select Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Orange Flash. Just liked the color match here, nothing major, no numbers or anything. Had this as a 10, and we got the 10. All right, starting off good. That's what we like to see. Okay, here's a 2019 Panini Prism Luka Doncic Ruby Wave. This is his second year card. If you follow along, we do collect a lot of second year cards for players. That's actually a second year Trae Young out of 125. Just think second year cards, the rookie cards are just sometimes out of our price range. Second year cards I think are kind of on the lower end, but potential on the rise. We had this as a 10 and we got the 10. Okay. Again, not a big card just yet, but maybe one of those cards we hold a little bit longer term as he continues to establish himself as a face of the NBA. All right, one of the bigger cards here. Victor Wembanyama, Instant Impact Silver. This is the Prism. I think the only thing was maybe centering. You can see here a little bit thicker on the right, but I did my research on this and did see a lot of 10s that still had that. So we had this down between a 9 and a 10, and we got the 10. Let's go. His cards aren't nearly as valuable as they were a couple months ago, but hey, there's still some money in Victor. Here's a 2021 Mosaic Derek White Purple Fast Break. This was just, I think this is out of 50. Yeah. Picked this up, you know, he's been on the rise, got put on the Olympic team, Celtics won the NBA Finals. Had this as a 10, and we got the 9. Okay. I'm okay with missing that. I'm okay. It's a good miss. All right. 2023 Tyrese Maxey Orange Flash. Another not so big card, just one of those we threw in. Had this as a 10. I don't see any issues. And we got the 8. Uh-oh. Hopefully that's not a foreshadow for this order. Don't know what is wrong with this, but again, one of those cards where I'm okay missing on if that's the case. All right, let's just move it along. Here's one of the bigger cards of the order. Here we have a 1997 Finest Embossed Michael Jordan. If you watch the video of our prep video for this grading order, I saw no issues with this. This was clean as can be. We had this as a 10. No issues that I could find. It is an uncommon down here. Centering looked good in the back. No corner damages whatsoever. And we got the 10. Let's go. Oh, that's awesome. I don't know if I'm going to want to sell that or hold on to it. I want to get into the high-end Jordan if I can, and that might be a good start. All right, whew. That's a big hit right there. 2006 Finest Dwayne Wade Refractor. Again, one of those cards we saw no issues with. If anything, you know, sometimes we see with this fine 2007 finest, it's just a little bit of corner damages or whitening, but we had this between a 9 and a 10, and we got the 10. Okay. Real nice. A little bit of a color match too. All right, so started out a little shaky, but last two cards, let's see if we can keep it rolling. Here's a 2023 Prism Anthony Edwards Pink Ice. One of those cards, again, that we had no issue sending. We felt strong. If anything, the back centering, you can clearly see is a little bit thicker on the left than the right. But when we look at it on the front, that centering is clean on the front. So just hoping PSA takes that into consideration. And we got the 10. Let's go. So they did. They took definitely more, you know, when it comes to centering, don't think so much of the back. Obviously, if it's much more noticeable, reconsider, but I think sometimes PSA overlooks that and just lets it go from a back standpoint. All right, let's keep it going. 2023 Select LeBron James Blue Cracked Ice. One of those cards, again, no issues that we found. Centering looked good. Corner's great. So we had this as a 10, and we got the 10. All right. I'm feeling a little bit better now. That 8 scared me at first, thinking, oh boy, this is going to be the rest of the order, but so far, so good. All right. 2015 Panini Select Tim Duncan Silver Prism. This one we had as a 9, centering a little bit thicker on the left than the right. You can see that in the video. Such a clean card though, otherwise. No scratches whatsoever. And we got the 10. Okay. Wow. Such a clean card. I'm pretty pumped about that. PSA definitely overlooked that, or was a little bit more lenient on the centering here. Makes me think what they saw in that Tyrese Maxey. I'm going to have to look that card over again. But, hey, if I'm going to get an 8 on that and a 10 on the rest of this stuff, I am okay with that. All right, another bigger card here in the order. 2004 Finest LeBron James. This is his second year card. Just love everything about this card. The old jersey, the old LeBrons, the face mask. Everything's so cool about this card. We were in between a 9 and 10, and the only reason we had it between a 9 and 10 and not a sure 10 was just, I think from what I recall, looks like a little bit, I think just a little bit more concerning about the wear and tear of it. Just, you know, it is a 20-year-old card now. It can never be quite certain how a card's gonna get, if a card's gonna get a 10 or not. Between 9 and 10, and we got the 10. Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome to see. All right, I am ecstatic right now. I can't complain any further. Everything so far has been a win, and we're about halfway through, so let's see if we can keep it up. Here's a 2000 Upper Deck MVP Kobe Bryant. Just a basic base card. Nothing special about this. Had this as a 10 though. Thought this was clean as can be. Bought a bunch of Kobe base cards, and this is the cleanest one that we had. Like I said, no centering looked good. Corners looked good overall. And we got the 10. Nice. All right. Wow. This is getting better and better. All right. This is the 2006 Topps Chrome Allen Iverson Refractor. Had this as a 9. No shot of a 10, just the sheer fact that the centering, I think, was way off. I think it's a little bit thicker on the top than the bottom. And then I think there was like one or two scratch marks up top here. So I had this as a 9. Yeah, you can see the centering back here, way thicker on the right and the top. But overall, I had this as a 9, and we got the 8. All right, I'm not too shocked by that. I still think this is a 9 worthy. Maybe this might be my first one where I crack out and resubmit if I really want to. Yeah, I don't want to keep this in an 8 case. I want this to be a 9. Okay. All right, moving on. Here's a really nice card. This is a 2016 Panini Revolution Kyrie Irving Sunburst. Just loved it. Loved him in the old Cavs jersey, the all yellow. This is numbered to 75, and we do have this as a 9. And I know due to the fact that whitening in this corner slightly, I think bumps this to a 9. Everything else I think was pretty. Oh, and there was, let me see if I can get that, a little bit of a dimple there. So I had this as a 9. And we got the 9. Yep. Spot on. Kind of what I expected. All right. Let's see if we can get back on this 10 train. 2023 Select Trae Young Pink Cracked Ice. These are numbered to 99. Had this as a 10, no issues whatsoever. I've been buying a lot of Trae Young. I just think his cards are undervalued right now. He had a really down year last year, but think if, hopefully he gets traded or somehow Atlanta gets good again, but I think he's still underrated as of right now. His value is pretty low. And we got the 10. All right, back on that 10 train. All right, 2022 Panini Flux Larry Marketing in blue. This is numbered to 99. This is just a throw-in for the special, low-numbered Larry Marketing. I think he's making a name for himself in Utah. I'm pretty sure they just gave him a really big contract too. Low numbered. Had this as a 10, and we got the 10. Yep, just as expected. It's a cool card. I know people are indifferent about Flux, but it being under 100, I'm okay with grading that. All right, one of the bigger cards, 2002 Finest Kobe Bryant. We love Finest here at Beyond the Break. Obviously, this is not the refractor, but overall, we had this between actually a 9 and 10. I'm leaning more on the 9 side. Again, with these Finests, it's just centering looked good here, but we sometimes run into some centering issues. And just having overall the back being as dark as it is, you do sometimes miss some things that you normally wouldn't see if it was lighter back. But overall, again, we had this as a 9, and we got the 10. Holy cow. That is awesome. I don't know if I'm going to want to sell these. Oof. Such a cool card. Wow. All right. Moving on. 2003 SP Authentic Vince Carter. This is number 2, 3999. Had this between a 9 and 10. I think, again, the only issues we had were a little bit of some corner wear and tear. A little bit of rounding corners. Occasionally you see that on these older cards, but not enough in my eyes to be anything below a 9. And we got the 9. Yep. All right. I thought this had a decent shot of getting a 10, but that's all right. We'll take the 9. Okay. There's another Flux 2022 Panini Flux Jalen Green Supernova. This is numbered 275. Just actually thought it was a really cool card. The Supernova, the space background, thought it was a cool card. I don't hate Flux. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think they have some really cool images and variation and stuff. Had this as a 10, and we got the 9. All right. I will say, I'm okay with that. What I've hit so far on 10s, The 9s I've hit, the 2 8s, they're okay misses. The 9s, I'm okay missing on some of those. This is something I do not want to miss on, though. This is a 2023 Court Kings Victor Wembanyama double exposure. This is one of his rookie cards from Court Kings. I love Court Kings. The cards are so sweet. We had this as a 10. Saw no issues whatsoever. And we got the 10. Let's go. That's huge. Both our Wemby's gotten skin 10s. That's big. It's a really nice hit. This grader is kind of hard to tell, but again, what I've hit so far on 9s, I am okay with. 2023 Prism Trae Young Blue Ice. Had this as a 10. No issues whatsoever. Numbered to 125. Centering looked great. Back, yep, centering looked good in the back as well. And we got the 10. Nice. Again, I think he's undervalued. I'll say it again. I think he's due for somewhat of a big year, and that's if he gets traded or gets put on a playoff team. I think there's a lot of upside there. Here's 2022 Select Kyrie Irving Green Wave. This is the courtside view out of 50. We had this as a 10. I remember not seeing any issues here. Both corners, the darker corners look great. Centering looked great as well. Maybe a little bit thicker on the left and the right, but again, I don't think warrants enough for a 9. And we got the 10. Let's go. I think Kyrie's a little undervalued too. I think, he's gotten a better image as of late in the NBA, especially with Dallas going to the finals last year. I think he's on the rise. Okay, so we have 3 more cards here. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. We'll be doing a lot more reveals along the way. Have a couple more submissions to come. These 3 cards are probably our biggest cards of the order, from what I can tell. They're the thicker ones. They're all from Obsidian. Starting things off is the 2021 Obsidian LeBron James Electric Etch Red Flood. Just absolutely love Obsidian. Such a cool set. The Red Flood too. I had to get this card. This is not numbered, but still, I think all Obsidian is just, no matter what the card is, it's super cool. All right, had this as a 10, and we got 10. Let's go. Wow. What an order. What an order. That is awesome. All right, 2 more cards. Probably the biggest card of the order here. This is a 2023 Obsidian Tyrese Maxey Orbital Gold Flood. This is numbered to 10. It is actually 10 out of 10. Being a Sixers fan, I am a huge Maxey fan. Just so glad we just signed to that extension. All right, we were in between a 9 and a 10. I wasn't so sure, especially with the thicker card. From what I remember, I think the centering was really good. No issues there. These thicker cards in this case is a little odd, a little much. But I think everything else was pretty good. I'm trying to remember if there was maybe like a dimple or something. But I still think it was between 9 and 10, an outside chance of a 10. And we got the 10. Let's go. Wow. Such a cool card. Oh my goodness. I'm on cloud 9 right now. This has been by far our best order. And it has to be our most profitable order. I can't believe it. All right, last card. The 2023 Obsidian Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Equinox. This is number 2 at 99. All 3 of these Obsidian cards are just so cool. I'm a big fan of Obsidian. This is just a clean card. We had this as a 10. And we got the 10. What a way to finish. Holy cow. Whew. All right. Well, not much else to say. That was a great order. I will list the, the estimated value and estimated profit for each of these cards as usual. Gem rate wise, obviously well above our goal of, we like to shoot for that 75% range. So definitely achieve that here. I will be placing the overall what we purchased for all these cards from a raw standpoint, and then overall estimated profit of what we can expect to get back from this order. If you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. Trying to really grow this channel. Please leave comments. Love interacting with all you guys in the comment section. If you see any of these cards that you like, they will be listed on our eBay. Most of them, I think, will be listed on our eBay as buy it nows. Please submit an offer. Always happy to work with you guys on trying to work out a deal if we can. Till next time, peace.